Welcome to It's the Dave Show. My name is Dave, and today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of Sony cameras. We got the A7S3 and the A7 IV, the brand new camera on the market. This one's been around for a couple of years. Now, what I'm not going to do in this video is go over every single feature, bells and whistles, and compare them both, because there is a ton of information out there already. And if you're watching this video, you probably already know about all these differences. It took me, well, this one's been out for a couple years, so it's been a couple years of me looking at these cameras. This one's fairly new, but I just got these cameras, and I did buy one of each. What I do want to tell you is why I bought one of each and what each one is good for and how I'm going to use it. This might help make your decision of which one to buy. Okay, if you didn't already know, the A7S3, we'll just say S3, the S3 is a video-centric or video-first camera, and the 7 IV is a photo or photography-first camera. Now I'm going to explain what those mean. The S3 is a 12-megapixel camera that shoots great 4K video. You can do 4K, 24, 30, 60, 120, all in full frame. No problems, no issues. That's why that sensor is only 12 megapixels. But now this does also take photos, and for the most part, that's probably all you're gonna need. If you're doing photos like me, I do online stuff mostly, that's all you really need. Now this one here, the photo-centric, the A7 IV, is a 33 megapixel. So you can see that's a big difference, 12 to 33. Well, this one is the photo first. So if you're going to do mostly photography, portraits, landscapes, animal photography, sports, any kind of photography kind of thing, you're probably going to do this, but it also does great video too. This one is considered kind of one of the best hybrid type cameras out there because it's got really good photo capabilities. Now, because this camera has that 33 megapixel sensor, that actually gives you a 7K video spot, and it downsamples from that to 4K. So the 4K on this camera is, like I said, 7K down to 4. I have seen and heard from a lot of professionals that the video is better on this than it is on this one. But there are some restrictions. This one has a few bells and whistles and features that this doesn't, and same both ways. Now this one will do the 24 frames and 30 frames a second, no problem, full frame. Once you jump up to 60, it does a crop. So it's for me, it's not that big of a deal, but for you it might be. So there's some limitations there on some of the video footage on there. So why did I get both? Well, I do a lot of video, mostly video. I do a lot of like product videos here. I do videos of events. I've done videos of weddings. I've done lots of video things where I needed something that I can use in better low light. This one's considered the low light king, but I heard this one's also really good at low light. So this one, though, is supposed to be better for that, but it also shoots those 60 and 120 frames a second in full frame. So I got this camera primarily because I do a lot of video stuff that I think this will be good and more reliable with. But on the other hand, I do some photography. I do product photography along with the video. And I wanted to also expand out and do more photography and other things, some portraits and people and street photography and that kind of stuff. But it also makes a great B cam or second camera to this one. I can film it in that 4K and get a good backup camera. If something does happen to this, I have an extra camera. Same thing as if this one goes down, I can do photos with this one as well. So for me and what I do in my business, it is essential that I have at least two cameras. They will back each other up very well. If I know I'm going to do more photography, this one is the go-to, and I can switch it into video and capture some great video. If I'm going to be doing video primarily and want to take some like behind the scenes photos, this will do great. I can take this camera, do the video, switch it over, and take a couple of really good photos as well if I need to. Or, of course, take both of them because I'm going to have a backup in case if one doesn't work. But that's just kind of, I wanted to quickly kind of go through some of the differences and why you may choose one over the other. Now, there's a big price difference between these two. I cannot tell you pricing. You're going to figure that out, I'm sure, by now. That one is way more expensive than the other. So depending on your budget, if your budget doesn't allow this, this one is a fantastic camera that professionals are using for video and photography. Of course, photography first and then video. So I hope this information helps you decide which one to get, or like me, get both of them. One of them, this one here, came with the kit lens. I probably won't use that kit lens as much because I'm going to be getting other better lenses. But if you're just starting out and this is your first camera, or you're upgrading from a different system into Sony and you're really not sure which way you're going to go, this one with the kit lens is perfectly fine. It'll be great for almost everything you do. But if you are looking for a camera for video or photo, or both, and they do both, then these might be the right ones for you.